Hi, I'm Dr. Gordon Adomdza. I'm a senior assistant professor at Ashesi University. I teach design thinking across our freshman class and also lead the Ashesi Design Lab. I'm excited to be part of the GCC this year and to help out with the workshops. David and Miriam have done a really great job introducing you to the online series on co-creation, and you've heard from Claudia on co-creating with partners. I'm here to talk to you about co-creating with users. And in the intro, David said design thinking was solving complex problems with the user in mind, which means that it's a great idea to co-create with the user so that we are not limited in our narrow way of thinking, as Miriam was saying, that you can only imagine what you already know. Right? So to avoid that, it's a good idea to co-create with the user. Now, what does that mean? First off, let's start with what we're trying to achieve in working with the user. A few things, right? We're trying to understand the problem that the user has. We're trying to understand their frustrations, their pain points. We're also trying to understand their aspirations, their values, the things that will make them extremely effective and excited about the problems, what they're trying to do. And whilst we do that research, or whilst we try to understand that, we also need to make sense of the insights and observations that we see and encounter, so that we can have a better understanding of the things that we are encountering and are coming out of our research. And when we move forward beyond the research and we're coming up with point of views or ideas, we also need to make sure that we get their perspectives on the solution ideas. What elements or attributes of these ideas do they find desirable, and which ones will be successful when we implement them. So there are a couple of pitfalls that would arise from this process. So number one is in our effort to understand them, right? So one of the pitfalls is that we use our biases, our own experiences to paint over what they are doing. So it is important that we sometimes pause and try to understand them, try to defer to the perspective of the user. Treat them as partners, not people that probably we think don't know what their problems are or don't understand their problems deeply, and therefore we can use our own experiences and our biases to sort of cast their problems for them. So we really do need to include our user, in a sense, listen to them, get a good sense of where they might be coming from, and this is where the empathy comes in, so that we are not relying on our own understanding or our own experiences. The second pitfall is rushing to conclusions. So because of our experiences and what we probably think is going on, when we hear a little bit from the user, we might rush to conclusions without waiting to get a full understanding or the full picture of what the user is trying to paint. So again, treating them as partners, hearing them out, right? Sometimes it just pays to just wait and let them finish their sentences. Wait and have them actually go to the length of what they're trying to explain to you. So that waiting and learning are good ways of preventing our biases and our experiences from coming into the way and pushing us past things that we might otherwise see if we take our time. Now, the other pitfall that I can think of is when we come up with solutions and we think because we were working with the user that it's good and that we don't actually need to test it. We need to overcome this pitfall, we again, looking at our user as a partner, we need to take our time and test various features of the solution that we come up with. All right. So we're hoping for adoption from the user. We're hoping that the user will find the solution desirable. So in that sense, we have to make sure that we test the various assumptions that go into building the solution. Yes, the solution came from the work we did with the user, but when we get there, the frame moves from generating ideas to evaluating ideas and features. So we need to make sure that we take our time and evaluate these various solutions, various aspects of the solution, various features of the solutions, to make sure that the user is on board fully with what we developed. And that in that process, if we take and look at our user as a partner, we will build trust. We'll build trust with the user, and it will be a lot easier for the user to adopt the solution, because what we want to do is that when we are done with the process, the user takes this solution and can't think of how life would have been like without it.